Hey guys, welcome to Sidebar Talk number five, special edition. My name is Eric Cooper, a writer from New Jersey about Nightseeker. Also, another book coming out pretty soon next month is called Star Enforcers, and one towards the end of the year is called Merge. But mainly, I'm sitting here next to Jabbar Brown. He is the writer and author of his own series of books with Underground Comic Con. He's not
What's up,
behind us.
y'all?
But mainly, I wanted to come here and talk to you about this special edition for this. It's our fifth interview, and I don't really have a guideline for this one because it was something off the cuff, and I wanted to mainly talk about. It was about the last session was about your outline for your characters or the outline for your story. So now today is about the flow of your writing because talk about writing and doing comic books or for novels, and the flow is going to control how the story goes, and your outline depicts your story the way you want to be written out, but the flow of it, you got to make sure the flow of the artwork you're doing or the writing that you're doing is going to be something that's going to be creative and active for the reader to make sure you're not boring the reader. I always tell everybody, look, when it comes to Nightseeker stuff or anything I write, I make sure that the flow is more like a movie style where you don't bore the audience, because if you bore them, they're not going to really pay too much attention to what they're reading, and
They like
you're
your
going to lose
artwork.
people.
They
Just like
like your
artwork.
artwork. They'll like your artwork, or the artwork's not on point, and you're right. And it's the opposite way. Like, you're not catching by the fifth page. You're not like, yo, where's the next book? Or I'm just going to go to the dollar pile.
Yeah.
And that's the way your book goes. And
It,
better be good in the first 5 pages. You're not going to be intriguing. Like you said, I got that movie type role. So, like, when you watch a movie, that first 5 minutes of a movie, if it's not intriguing, you're going to, like, well, I've seen this before.
yeah.
So that's a good way of writing, and that's
Yeah.
smart.
And I think I got the best indication of that when I saw Swordfish with John Travolta
Yeah,
and Holly Berry. That very first scene, which really got all of us, was that huge explosion,
yeah,
and everybody trying to figure out, well, what happened. That you shook the audience from the very get go, and now they really got to see what's going on. So that's the way I write most of the books that I do. Is that I want to grab you from the get go, and shake you up, and then settle you down and let the story take control from there on out. But I like the shock factor. That's the way I like dealing with it. Not the gore and horror, but I want to give you something that's going to just make your heart race in the very beginning of the book, and then level you out and give you those nice highs and lows throughout the book. But like I said, is making sure that the book or the comic book you're writing has true content that's going to keep people's interest. But that's about
definitely.
the flow of doing your novel or comic. Now, as far as today, a special edition again with Jabbar Brown here. Uh, Normally, I would talk about independent novels or comic books. So today I want to talk about underground comic books because I'm here with the writer, author, and artist himself, Jabbar
Right.
Brown. So he's gonna go over
What's
a
going
couple
on?
of his books and listen up and listen what he has to say.
All right. Well, I've been doing this probably for all my life. I've just always been drawing comic books. As soon as I got a Jack Kirby book, I was just blew my mind. I've been drawing ever since. And the thing is, just to see, like he was talking about, the flow. There's certain people that make comic books are good, but some of them just don't flow. The artwork is great. I don't put it past them. It's great, but it don't flow like that. And like my one of the like probably two books that really got my attention. Companies really, entities, it was probably like Brother Man. It just stopped me. The flow was so hot. It was like graffiti, and that's what hip hop is. It's graffiti, hip hop, DJs, then you got the MCs, and that's where it was right there. And then the other one was Milestone, when you're seeing Static Shock and Icon, you're seeing the brothers drawn by brothers and sisters and everybody else put together. It was like a Black Panther meeting, like jam together. And it was like, yes. And I think that's what's kind of missing today, the entity of a whole new group that's not sponsored by Marvel or DC, but a whole bunch of where you see a whole bunch of entities. I think and that will make so much more things flow because
Yeah.
you have this point of view and you have this point of view, and that what makes everything work. Without that, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what's missing in comic books today. Like even when I draw my comic books, like it crushed me that I had to pass my book on to Phoenix, but I knew he was perfect for it. The way he flows, and he was like, "Yo, I'm loving this story. I'm digging it. Tell me again." And I'm like, "Yo, we went over this like 6 times. Well, yeah, it was flowing nice." And by the time I got up, he's already got storyboards, and I'm like, "Here's the pencils." And he's like, "I don't need pencils." That's how much it flow in his brain.
But don't forget though, you locked him down in your base for like 2 days straight.
That is true.
You did feed him though, right? You fed him, right?
I fed him and everything. I was like, we had coffee, we thought about it, and then he give me some more Sharpies, and that's how it went. And I was like, it worked. And that's why I say, when you're with your friends and you're like, yo, how do you see this character? I was like, oh my god, like I'm upset, but I'm grateful. But then I seen it work, and I was like, dude, you try to sell the book too, and he started seeing the book was selling, and they're realizing people. That's one of our top selling books, and it's a bad guy.
Yeah, show them the book.
It's a bad guy book, but the artwork is nothing like the cover. Kablam! You know what I mean? It's like totally outrageous. And this is Mark. This because I locked him down. Like, you're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, and it just came out so beautifully. Like, I wanted to do something, so I just did the last page. Like, please let me do something there. And he was like, okay, you can do something. I'm like, thank God, But the story is, about a superhero that lost his blackness. He was on a planet with, Mother Earth and Mother Nature and a couple of her sisters, and men weren't born. They were planted, and they were the seeds. So he had dinosaurs. They spread blood, and they kicked him off because he wasn't supposed to spread blood. So they sent him to this Amazon planet called the Moon, and as soon as he touched down, put his hands on it, lost his beautiful blackness and turned gray. Atmosphere turned into a big hole and sucked everything out. Everything started hitting meteors, everything. And he sat there and he figured out after all these years stuck on the planet, there's a guy on this planet, on Earth, and they love him. He's a messiah, and they love him. They love to hate him. When he's gone, they still love him. They still hope and have faith in this guy. And he has a father that nobody has ever seen. He's like, I want to be that guy. That's the bad guy. That's our bad guy. The guy devious that much that he has to figure out there's going to be a guy named Jesus, and he's like, oh, I can't even be that guy because I'm not evil, so I can't be that guy. This guy Jesus doesn't work on the evil stuff, and he doesn't know this yet. And we have these guys on Protector's planet. It's almost reflection of Earth, but it has all the propaganda that we live with. Because I seen Watchmen, and I was like, what if we mix Watchmen up with Menace in Society and get a little bit New Jack City, and there you go. That's like a story what I have, but now you're gonna get it from our time. And so we're gonna give you a little bit of Huey Newton, Bobby Seale kind of touch. And I think that's one of the things I wanted to really gravitate to. Like when I first met Eric, he was like, "Do you believe in your stuff?" And I was like, I don't know, because my partner sucked. Like, and it was like, you know what I mean? It was like my team sucks, dude. Like, they don't believe in crap. It's just, if we can turn a profit and Jabbar can sell it, he can draw it up and write the stories. We just correct the spellings. That was it. And I didn't believe in my stuff. And I just had to I had to go to my mom. Was like, yo, should I just give this drawing stuff up? Because my girl was heated. Like she was tired of it. And that's why I said, I want to draw your stuff. He was like, no, you draw your stuff. I was like, come on, Eric, let me draw a nice figure. He was like, no, I got artists out the ass right now. And I was looking at their work, and I'm like, yeah, they are that bad. So, I had to step my game up later on, and it just, later on, we collapsed so much with so much stuff.
Yeah.
He was the writer, so I had to put his stuff together, and I started, I would read his book, his novel, on just how I would see it, how I would make a twist to it. He gets mad because and I know he probably gets frustrated. Like, that's not how the book goes. I'll be like, because I wanted to throw this in there. If I had a chance, I'll be that director where somebody will watch a movie and be like, this didn't happen in the book. And I'll be like, yeah, well, it was my brain. Like, The Walking Dead, where you have the guy with the crossbow, and you're like, oh, he's not in the book. But like, yeah, but you like him.
You like him, though. You like him.
I'm that type of guy that will do that to somebody's stuff. And they'll be like,
oh, you already kind of did it. Because we got Hustler, number 2. And as you see, Nightseeker's in there along with Blackjack, Hustler, and Angela Bassett. But this, like I said, it's called Years of Work, Years of Effort, and just trying to make sure that whoever you're working with, that you guys have a good cohesion. I don't care if it's a guy, a girl. I don't care if they're gay, straight, transvestite, whatever. It doesn't matter. It comes down to the artwork you want to present to the world to make sure it's quality and it's sufficient to keep everyone happy, where everyone can collaborate and actually make a good story. And that's what it's all about. It's called working, networking together, because you can't survive in this alone. I'm sorry, unless you got
I
multi-million
tried
dollars
it.
in a bank account to do your own damn thing. But
It's
guys
a
like
middle
us,
ground.
we need to collaborate. Everybody else that is willing to listen and willing to learn from each other. What I love about what I do is that the artists I've worked with, even other writers, they said, "Well, Eric, when we came to you, we came with what we had, our skill set, our level. But when we got a hold of you and actually started working with you, we learned something different, something new we never experienced." And that's what I've left for other artists that I work with. Even the artists I worked with for a short time, and then I had to leave the project because I wasn't satisfied with what they were doing. But at the same time, they respected where I was coming from, because it's a business. I got to run like a business. I can't mess around with the clown, like delayed stuff. People clown around. People giving what I do a bad name because they're connected to me. And sometimes you got to cut the ties. And some people I leave a bridge open for. Other ones I said totally shut it down, because you have to make those decisions, because it's your business. It's your name. It's your property. You can't mess around with causing a bad reputation for what you do, because trust me, word gets around quickly, especially the way media is nowadays. You say the wrong thing on stage or whatever, look at Trump. Come on, I mean,
Turning
single
around.
handedly. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but it's just that your name, your reputation is always online. Anything you do, you put out there into the public, it's always going to be online.
That's
So
our
you get,
product.
mm-hmm,
That's what you put out there. And if you
mm-hmm,
do something wrong, your product looks bad. Like sometimes I seen some stuff that was even disturbing me. Like you see stuff on Facebook and we see it like it's a great thumbs up, but you're not selling your own product. It's somebody else's product. And to be artist and a starving artist, my friend even told me, he was like, "Yo, it looks so strange where a couple years ago you were seeing many of guys that had their own books, even though they weren't the greatest books. They were sitting trying to sell them books, trying to sell them stories. But then you look at it now from like almost a year and a half, and I'm seeing it. You're seeing more of this people doing Marvel, Disney, Cartoon Network, and I think that's like what happens. What happens if that changes where you can't do that?
you mean like a cease and desist? Yeah.
And the
And
thing is,
mm-hmm,
we can't sit there and think they can't do it because they have infringement laws. What happens when they want to start enforcing laws on us? They enforce laws on us all the time. If it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what you believe in. There's poor and there's rich. You mess with rich people's money and they ain't getting part of that money, they're gonna start looking at you with a. And now you're sitting there going, "Yo, I'm taking a little bit of money now," and they're gonna sit there and say, "All the fan art there is great. I'm gonna have to look out. I'm gonna start putting my stuff in the book." I'm telling you right now, put stuff in the book instead of putting it all up in there. Put stuff in the book. So when they start, he's selling the stuff right here. When they start doing that type of stuff, dude, they're gonna start coming. They're gonna do it. They're gonna have a crackdown soon. People are already talking about it. Fan art guys is like it's gonna have a crackdown. And if you ain't never worked for the company, yeah, they'll probably come for
yeah,
you. If you work in the garage and you love these guys and you love them to death, and you done bought Marvel and DC all your life, but all you want to do is do their work and stuff like that, and you're selling it, yeah, it's great money. It's great money. But think about the other guy that's sitting there creating something
mm-hmm,
made out of USA. Ain't that what we always talk about? You push that guy because he's creating something and it's made in the USA, and you should put your thing in back and you protect that business, and you push that little small business. You're pushing a corporation,
mm-hmm,
and you're looking around wondering why don't I get a job there? They ain't worried about you. They got 30 other people do the exact same thing you do. They don't look like you because they
mm-hmm,
rich and you
mm-hmm,
poor. That's why we got tables at Comic Con paying for the big guys.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
And also another thing too is that when you are not doing your own work and you're doing someone else's work, I'm sorry, if you're trying to work for Marvel, DC, one of the big boys,
Good thing.
you
Good
know,
thing. Do it.
if you can get in, that's great. But at the same time, though, is that even if you got in, they're gonna make you mimic someone else's work. It's not gonna be your own most of the time, at least 80 to 85% of the time. It's not going to be your own style. They say, well, we know what you can do, but we want you to copy off this guy over here because this is what sells for us. And also if they do start doing the crackdowns of conventions, tell you right now who's going to be penalized the most. It's going to be first is going to be the convention because they allowed you to come in. They should be looking at your artwork and saying, okay, because pretty soon, sooner or later, the convention's going to be saying, look, we don't feel like getting fined by Marvel or DC or from and don't forget Disney owns Marvel, and Disney is the mafia of the entertainment industry. The thing is, pretty soon, it's going to start happening is that if you're at a convention and they start saying that, okay, you got to take down your stuff, you got to just show your own work.
Or probably say, what are you selling before you get to the con?
Before you get to the con, and you'll get cited. So it's a warning, whatever it's going to be. But then next year rolls around, they say, well, look, the convention themselves, the people that own the convention that's running it, they say, look, whoever you get here is your artist, whatever. If you haven't seen their work and is mainly dictating off what we've done, we're going to find the convention and the artists. So pretty soon the convention's going to say, look, we got to see all your stuff because at least 75% of that stuff got to be your own for your own characters, whatever it's going to be. So you better start getting in the kitchen and start working up your own damn characters and your own damn drawings for your own characters. Because I'll tell you right now.
Or they're going to keep on doing this one right behind your back. It's called, they got this television and they do it with prices and everything. The thing is, they're going to keep on jacking the prices up. All these guys are working so hard trying to feed their families, make these stories, trying to sell this stuff. And we have guys, it's all right sometimes to take a shortcut. I take a shortcut. I love fan art. I love all this stuff. I love Marvel DC. I ain't gonna lie. I got thousands of them in my garage. But the thing is, I'm not gonna sell my soul to them real quick and make some quick dollar. That's like me being a rapper and be like, yo, so all I gotta do is get a couple more tattoos than the other dude and sit there and sing and dance for y'all and put the tight jeans on? Got you. I have a little bit of like dignity when it comes to on this stuff, and I see guys come out and they'll tell brothers, yeah, come out, and when you go out there, you have no book, you have no material, you have pictures of what you put on Facebooks and stuff like that. You got to come out with material. They want something that they can hold in their hand, and it's the thing, and of course they're going to let one or two in. They already tried this when they let one or two of us in when they started schools. That's what we seen in the 60s. Oh, we're going to let one go to school, so it's a little girl, so let her go to school. Well, let 30-year-old girls go to school. I ain't say all that now. And that's what they got right now. It's a flood of cats that don't have nothing. Because when you go see these guys that they're promoting that look like me, there's no books. There's no novels. I've been in the game for probably behind the tables for 5 years. I got 15 books, 3 magazines, and my own Comic-Con, and I'm teaching young artists to get on the thing, and they got their own books coming out. And I have other artists that got their own books out. Somewhere, some way, we got to twist it where we say, just take it the easy way and just keep on fan arting. That's why I have artists, they might do their fan art, but if you look deep and down their trenches, you'd be like, oh, snap, they got a book too. You damn skippy. I'm gonna get somebody. If they're that creative, they can make Marvel DC look that good. I bet you money. I'll be like, yo, you want to work? You want to put something in the book? And I'll have them guys working. Just like when I see him, if he can write that good like Marvel DC, why can't he make my stuff sound superhero-like? My stuff sounds like a New Jack City mixed with the Watchmen. But I was like, how? I don't want it dumbed down. But how instead of having F-bomb, bing, 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 F-bomb, bing, bing, because I was really good at that. I was special. I was like, I'm going, oh. You know what I mean? My wife looked at me and my mom called me up. She was like, baby, she's heavy Christian. Yeah, I don't know if your nephew can read this book, baby. And I was like, what you mean? Like, baby, it has the first 3 pages it's a Black Panther rally, so and they talk for real. And I was like, well, I didn't want to change it. I already asked if people could kind of do it, and then I was like, but if I dumbed it down just a tad, maybe I could have got more of the message through. The 10-step program is so beautiful. I did the book, a year after I met you, the Black Panther, and I had to go to a rally, kept on going to the rallies and working the rallies with the kids, doing programs with the kids with the Black Panther thing for a while. And Much Love is Real Republic. And when I did the book, it was intended so every child can read the 10-step program. I just didn't really realize when my friend made me so angry. I put F-bombs in there. It was frustration. It was a diary of an angry black man, but I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you're not the only person that did that, because when I wrote the first Nightseeker book, because it was all text, I was so angry with Marvel and my life, because I was going through a lot of depression, is that the character was very, very dark. Very dark. I mean, it was like Spawn out the chain.
But that's why you need the editor.
I needed an editor.
So it was the editor.
And he softened it up, made it more palatable to almost anyone can read it now. And that's the main thing. You got to know how to balance out your creation, but and also, hint, do not do your own editing work. I mean, you can look at your stuff, it's fine, but have an outside voice look at things and make sure it is going to be proper for the audience you want to give it to. Because right now, do your own editing work, the thing is, you already know your own voice when you read your own material. And the thing is, you need an outside voice to say, okay, no, you don't want to put that there, you want to put that somewhere else. And that's why you need an outside voice to do. Don't, like I said, do not do your own editing work, please. It's a big no-no.
If you're an artist, and you're one of the guys like me, just grind all the time. Like, you will draw the whole story, get it ink, colored, and everything. You already know your story. You've been writing at the same time, and you're like, oh yeah. And then you pass it off to your friend, and then you're like, yo, it's hot. And he's like, what the hell is going on here?
It's true.
Your wife will sit there and was like, well, it looks good, but we're going to get it to somebody else to edit it, and then let me look. Like, mine has to go through 2 editing. If I can get more people to edit, I'll be perfect. If I can get it to my man Keith, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be breakdancing. But it's a whole different thing. I'm like, I got to get it out. And it's just like me when I check out somebody's art. It's like, I'll be like, yo, Fox, can just do it this type of style, or Jesse, can you hook it up this way, or Phoenix, like, I have to check it so it'll just be the way we want it. Like, we did stuff, but I was like a little bit more darker. Phoenix went back to blackjack, and he made it even more. I was like, God damn, that's really dark. But I guess we can sell this. I was like, I cannot wait to see it colored. But I'm like, since we bunged the book out, we have printed over 800 books of these, and I have 15 of them left. So it's doing good. It's doing actually good. I didn't think it would do good. And it's about a bad guy. People are liking the bad guy more than they're liking my good guys suddenly. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing that kills me though is this: when you go to a Comic-Con and you have a special guest at a table, and let's say he has a book or two, comic book, whatever it's going to be, but they're special guests. And I would love to go up to certain people and say, how many of these have you sold? And you're a special guest, you props, but how many have you truly sold? And the nice thing about Print with Jabbar is that everything is counted. We know how many went out, we know how many were sold, and I would love to put people to challenge. So even for me, selling novels at a convention, I'm selling a whole novel. I mean, like, it's thick.
Yeah.
And to say I have over 10,000 sales of my novels, I can track my sales. And the thing is,
numbers are important.
Numbers are important. Numbers are important. I said, you might think you're the hot shit. It's fine, but let me see the numbers. And that tells you if you hot shit. You can self-print all you want to, but guess what? I bet you ain't your own character.
You can do Kickstarters, you can do your Indigos, you can get your 1,000, you can get your whatever your other 1,000, you can work to get Blam, and they'll do your printing for that 1,000, and they don't promote your stuff. But Wolf, you have a team. See, like, Eric's traveling. See, he's part of a team. And then we have Phoenix out somewhere else in Atlanta. That's part of the team. So when he needs books, when Wayne needs books and he's in Baltimore, that's part of the team. We get them books out there. We print them, so we know when these guys need it in the barbershops. They be like, I want 3 or 4 of these books. We got what you need, because we're hitting you up now. And the thing is, we know how many books go out. Divine, it still blows my mind. The first book I came out with had no fighting at all. And it's still it's almost 4,000 sales already. I made it 4 years ago, and it's still selling. I'm like, yo, it's like, I just lowered the price so more people can buy, and then it's even sold more. I made the part 2, so it could be like a novel, and people were like, I'm gonna buy the first one, don't open this one, and buy this one to open up and read it, because it has both of the books in it. And the thing is, you can take models from Marvel and DC, make it work, brothers and sisters, for real, and work with each other. Like right now, my whole goal right now is to get females working. I don't care what everybody else is saying right now. I'm trying to get females drawing. I got a little one named Rita. I'm trying to get one named Sarah. She's just a beast. I sat by her at Baltimore Comic Con. I was like, Jesus. And like, and if I can get her making books, like that's what we want. We want females to start making books and have their name on books, so later on they can have their own companies, do something that we couldn't do because they still don't look at us as still being same. We're still 3-point. So you got to still understand we're still 3 heads of a person. So they're getting their way. They're getting in the field. Yeah. So everything, most of the time when you see a comic book right now and you see a female's name on it, they top selling. You see a female's name on a TV show, it's not a reality show. They got Scandal, you bubbleheads. You gotta go on yet. Men are like, oh, I guess we're gonna remake something else. We can make MacGyver. No, you stupid. That wasn't so hot later on. We watched it for 4 years. We're like, this is stupid. And after that, we seen 18. Oh, this is stupid. We seen Star Wars. I'm still bamboozled how they got you with this one. This Death Star is bigger. He's gonna fall from a Darth. It's gonna be the Darth Vader, but we're gonna do a Han Solo inversion. And you big dummies, this was not hot. This was not cool. If I did that to my friends and said, oh well, I'm just gonna lie to you, but make the lie a little bit bigger, you'd be like, you didn't create nothing. I made a cell phone. It looks like Apple, but it's called Peach. You will look at me like I'm stupid. You will look at me like I'm dumb.
But you know,
but that's where the industry is.
But one thing is though,
as long as it's bigger and it's created by a guy,
yeah,
it's bigger. Like that, you look at Suicide Squad and stuff like that. And you see females. Oh, that's a dumb movie. Yeah, so with your bull crap. Oh, so.
But the thing is, remember I told you about name recognition. It's all about the name.
Yeah.
And like I said, whenever you put a product out, and your